Hello, it's lovely to be with you to share for an assembly. Now, I wonder if you can remember what the value is that we're thinking about this term. I think it's this one. And I hope I've got it right. We're thinking about the value of hope. Hope is a big word, and there are things that help us to be hopeful. I wonder what you've got that helps you to have hope. I've got this lovely teddy, and I've got a hat that I keep, and I wear it every now and again. And they both remind me of how much I'm hoping to have a lovely holiday sailing on the sea soon. I've also been reading some stories lately to my granddaughter about a very special bear, and some of you will know this bear very well. He's Paddington Bear. Paddington is a bear who's full of adventure and full of hope. The one thing, as I'm sure you all know, he hopes for most is marmalade. And here you can see him hoping that he's going to taste some of the Queen's special Windsor marmalade. I haven't got special Windsor marmalade here, but I've got some homemade marmalade. I don't think Paddington would be hoping for that. And the world around us helps us to see hope. So I wonder if you've been outside recently and seen the beautiful spring flowers that are beginning to poke up in the garden, giving us hope that spring is just around the corner. We all have hopes and dreams. Perhaps they're hopes that our schoolwork will go well. Perhaps they're hopes that we'll have a special friend or get a lovely present. But sometimes our hopes and dreams, don't work out. And sometimes we wonder where we're going to find hope and who will give us hope. What do we do then? At Christmas time, we remembered the story of the Holy Family. But I've just been packing all of that away because we've put our Christmas decorations away. At Christmas, we remembered the Christ child and how he reaches out to hug the world. And then how he grew up to be a man who eventually died on the cross as he hugged the world. But we don't very often think of the story in between Jesus being a baby and growing up and being a man. But today I want to just tell you a very short story about Jesus as a boy. This story is when Jesus was 12 years old, so a little bit older than the oldest one of you at Road. But he went every year with his parents to the temple, and this particular year he got lost. So the story is called Lost. For the rest of their lives, Mary and Joseph, Jesus' parents, would never forget the day when they'd packed up everything and done their yearly journey with all their friends from Nazareth to Jerusalem. They got to the temple and they had a wonderful few days there, And on the last day, they packed everything up and were so busy packing everything up that it wasn't until the evening when they set up their tent that they realized Jesus was missing. Jesus had wandered into the temple on his own for a last time before everybody had gone home. And as he was wandering round, marvelling at the building, he heard angry voices. People were disagreeing, so he went closer to see what was happening. "Who said that?" demanded an important teacher as they all spun round and saw Jesus for the first time. The country boy had asked a question and none of them knew the answer. So he sat down in their midst and they said, "Well, you see if you can answer some of these difficult questions." And for the whole day, he sat and discussed with them and answered all their questions. And they were so amazed. But meanwhile, Mary and Joseph were desperate. Where was Jesus? They rushed back to Jerusalem, and you would have thought they'd have gone straight to the temple to look for him. They had kept the secret that the angels told them in their hearts about who Jesus was for so long that they'd nearly forgotten who he really was. So they went searching in the marketplace. They searched everywhere in the marketplace and in the dark streets. He was nowhere to be found until eventually they did go to the temple. And they saw there a large crowd round the teachers, and they were all listening to Jesus as he was speaking, and their hearts were excited with the hope that he was bringing to them. You can see here a picture of Jesus surrounded by the teachers in the temple. Jesus wanted to stay in the temple. He wanted to start doing his Father's work then because he knew that he'd come to bring hope to the world. But he was only 12 and he needed to be patient. Mary said to him, "Come home for a little while longer." And so Jesus went home with Mary and Joseph and learnt to be a carpenter until the day came when he could tell the world about the hope that God was going to show them through him. So that's a really special story, and it reminds us of several things. It reminds us of how the teachers, if they looked hard enough, could see Jesus as the person who was going to bring hope. It shows us how Jesus had to be patient, though, because he had to still learn lots of things with his mum and dad at home and be part of the family. And it shows us as Christians that we don't just pack Jesus away after Christmas, but that actually we need to remember that he can bring hope to our lives every day. You might like to make a hope balloon that you can put on your fridge and keep to remind you of the hope we have in us. The hope that we get from perhaps our pets or our amazing teachers or our special friends or even Jesus himself. And then the things that we have hopes and dreams for, our family, our health, our world, our friendships. You can decorate it with ribbon and perhaps put some lovely sparkly glitter on it, and then it'll shine out at you and remind you to be hopeful for the days ahead. And now I'm going to teach us a song before we light our candle. The song has a few actions, so the actions are light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, and we make a love heart shape. And then we're going to light a candle to shine in the world. And we repeat that. And then after we've sung that twice, we're going to sing peace around the world. I'll do the actions and we'll listen to a lady singing the song, but see if you can learn the actions along with me. Are you ready?
Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Sing peace around the world. 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 Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true.
And now we're going to light our candle. And you can look at the light in the centre and think about some of the hopes and dreams that you've got for the year ahead. And I'm going to say a little prayer. And if you'd like to make it your own, you can join in and say Amen with me at the end. Lord, thank you for the hope you bring to our lives. We give to you our hopes and dreams. Help us to stay hopeful. Amen. And it's been really special to share with you all. I do pray that you have a hopeful week ahead.